Today we are going to see how wages are determined in the labor market when there is perfect competition in the product market. I said to you, when we find perfect competition in the product market, the same market will have perfect competition in the labor market. And what are the characteristics of perfectly competitive market? That there are many buyers and many sellers of homogeneous product, but here we talk about there are many buyers and sellers of labor services, and labor services cannot be homogeneous, they cannot be similar for every worker. Although the workers are producing the same type of product, but the workers are different in their productivities. We can't say like product that workers are having the perfect similarities with each other. They are similar in the sense that they are producing the same types of product in the market, rather than we say their productivity same. Productivity of labor cannot be the same one. Some workers are very highly productive and others are less productive. So this is what we say. There are many buyers and many sellers of labor services, and the workers, they are producing the same type of product, and there is no barrier to enter or leave the market. Any worker can come and join the labor market, or he can or she can leave the labor market without affecting the wages. So everyone in the labor market will be the wage taker. What we studied in our product market, the firms are price takers, but in the labor market, I am writing there are many buyers, there are many buyers, and the sellers of labor services. Okay, everyone is the wage taker. There are no barriers to enter or leave the market. There is perfect labor mobility. There is perfect labor. What do you mean by this thing? That any worker can join any of the firm in the competition. In competitive market, we find that the firms are having competition in hiring the workers. They can attract more workers by offering more wages. Okay, so perfect mobility means a worker who is offered more wage by another firm, he can go over there, but everyone is the wage taker, no one is the wage setter. Who will set the wages? That is the market forces of labor demand and supply in the market. And who is the buyer of labor services? The firms. And who are the suppliers of labor services? They are the households. Alright, the workers, those who are willing and able to supply their working hours, they are actually supplying the working hours or labor supply in the market. Now, if you remember, have you written all of this? Okay. Now I want to recall your knowledge about the product market, and then I will correlate it with the labor market. So what is happening in the product market? Okay, in the case of product market, you know this thing, there is quantity, and here I am taking rupees. This is the market demand, and this is what the market supply. And this is the equilibrium price. The market has set the prices. Market is the price setter. Whereas in the firm, what we studied in the firm, that the firm is the price taker. This is a firm which is the price taker. Okay, it faces perfectly elastic demand of the product, and that demand equals to average revenue, and that's equal to marginal revenue. And what is the profit maximizing level of output?
Marginal revenue equals to marginal.
Yes. this is what the marginal cost of production, and we have this level of output to produce in order to maximize the profit. This is our knowledge about product market in perfect competition. Now how this market will be correlated with the labor market? Okay, you can find over here, this is the labor, this is the wage rate. Clear? Here we find that this is the labor demand curve, this is the labor supply curve, and market has set the wages. How firm will face it in the labor market? We see here I am taking the labor, here I am taking the rupees. This is market of labor, which is the wage setter. Now at this wage rate, please be attentive. At this wage rate, the firm is facing perfectly elastic labor supply curve, because the firm is the wage taker. It is not going to set the wages. Like in product market, the firm was the price taker and its demand was overlapped by the average revenue and marginal revenue. Now the same firm is in the labor market, so it will face perfectly elastic labor supply curve, not the upward sloping market supply curve. Why is it this? Because a single firm is a small part of the total labor market. It is not going to demand all of the workers. Clear? So at this supply curve, you can write over here, average cost of labor is equal to marginal cost of labor. Okay, on the opposite side, we studied demand was equal to average revenue, marginal revenue. Now this is the cost side of the firm. So firm will face the three curves of labor, they are overlapped to each other. That supply curve is overlapped by average cost of labor and then marginal cost of labor. When wages are fixed, when every extra worker is hired, the same wage rate has to be paid by the firm. We studied in our marginal revenue product theory. Alright, now the firm has to decide how many number of workers it should hire in order to maximize profit or in order to minimize the labor cost of production. We studied here the firm is deciding that marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. And what is the marginal revenue product? We studied in our previous lesson that this is called the marginal revenue product of labor, which is the demand of labor. And how could we find the marginal revenue product? Marginal physical product of each worker multiplied by the marginal revenue. And in case of perfect competition, we studied price is equal to marginal revenue as well. So when we multiply the marginal physical product of each worker with the price of the final product, we get what? Marginal revenue product of labor, which is the downward sloping labor demand curve. So how many workers firm will be hiring? These are the number of workers which are hired by the firm in the perfect competition labor market. Okay, now see, one side is left over. Here, the individual worker will face like this. He is supplying the working hours and these are the wages he is going to face. At this wage rate, he is finding his demand of labor. The demand of working hours, they are perfectly elastic because there are many firms who are going to offer him the same wage rate. Follow? So how many hours he will supply at this wage rate? He is also a wage taker. Wage taker, worker. A worker who is supplying the working hour. And we studied one more thing, that his labor supply curve, individual labor supply curve is backward bending. So at this wage rate, he is supplying these number of working hours. Understand my point or not? So this is the market, which is the wage setter. If wages are going to increase over here, they will be conveyed to the firm and to the worker. how wages will increase? Do you remember? How wages will increase? When product demand increases. When product demand increases in the product market, the labor demand will also increase in the labor market. Alright? So here the wages have gone up and the same wages will be offered to the workers. He can supply more working hours, individual worker, and same is going to happen over here. So when product demand is increasing, the demand of labor is increasing, so the firm is also going to increase its demand. Alright? So at this wage rate, more number of workers will be hired by the firm. So main mechanism in perfect competition, that is the market. Because market is having many workers, many producers, many workers, so they are going to determine the wages which are taken by the firm and the worker, and same is happening in the product market. As product, we said the labor demand is derived demand or indirect demand. When product demand is increasing, labor demand will also increase in the labor market. So this is how in perfect competition wages are determined by the demand and supply mechanism. If demand increases, wages will go up, and if labor supply decreases, how labor supply can decrease? When many of the workers they leave the labor market, they emigrate, they go to other country, or the labor participation rate will decrease. So labor supply will shift leftward. As a result, market wages will increase. Okay. So this is how the wages are determined in the labor market by the mechanism of demand and supply, where the firm is the wage taker and market is the wage setter. This is what? The wage setter. Alright. So we find this thing, how market is going to determine the wages. Now in our next lesson we will be studying the labor market imperfections like monopsony and trade unions, and why wages are different in case of imperfect labor market, or in case of trade union, or in case of minimum wage legislation. That will be our next topic.